Today, I'm going to tell you how to master dynamics on the piano. Oftentimes, people come up against many walls when they're trying to use dynamics as a means of expression in their pieces of music, because it's one thing to be able to know how you want a piece to sound, but it's a completely different thing to actually be able to get that sound out of the piano. So today I'm going to talk about 3 things that you have to be aware of in order to master dynamics on the piano. So first of all, it's really important to note that when we're talking about dynamics on the piano, and we want that contrast of the quietest sounds that we can get and the loudest sounds that we can get, it's not possible to do all of that with our fingers. This leads me to my second point, which is that dynamic control is actually all about the weight of your arms and utilizing your entire body. So if you're trying to play forte, you're going to be using more weight and you're going to be dropping into the keys faster. If you are trying to play piano or pianissimo, you're going to be using less weight and a little bit less speed, but you're still going to be dropping into the keys. If we think about the way that the piano works, where we press a key, and when we press the key, a hammer inside the piano comes up and strikes the string. We want that motion to be as fluid as possible, because when we're trying to press a key and we hesitate, or we second guess ourselves, and we kind of stutter with the weight going to the bottom of the key bed, that's when the hammer kind of wobbles or doesn't go from its resting position to its striking position with an even amount of force. And that's when we get those really thready, uneven tone qualities that we really want to avoid. That's also when we get those ghost notes where we're trying to play quiet and we kind of, try to press down really, really gently, and then ultimately the note doesn't sound. That's often because we weren't approaching the note with an even amount of speed and weight. Now, the third thing to keep in mind is that in order to play using the full weight of our arm and our entire bodies, we need flexibility, right? We can't be stiff at the piano. We can't have our shoulders up to our ears. We can't have our elbows glued into our side, and we can't have stiff wrists, because this is all going to contribute to a really harsh tone quality and uneven sound. So I have one exercise for you to practice to tie all of this together. I want you to sit at your piano and I want you to take several deep breaths, and I want you to use one finger and one note, and I want you to think about the piano dynamic volume as being a number 1 and the forte dynamic volume as being a number 10. And I want you to practice starting at a number 1 and then going to number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I want you to see, with a breath in between every single number and dropping fully into the key, if you can start to really develop that kind of control that it takes to do every single shade of dynamic between piano, which is 1, and forte, which is 10. And the key here, to listen and to notice when you have notes that are poking out as suddenly too loud, or when you have notes that are dropping out as suddenly too quiet. Seeing if you can adjust the amount of weight and the amount of speed that's going into each note so that you can get that really even crescendo from 1 to 10, or that really even decrescendo from 10 to 1. Let me know in the comment section how this exercise goes for you, and happy practicing.
Hey you, thank you so much for being here. You are such a go-getter and you have music inside of you. It shows because you're here watching this tutorial on how to elevate your piano playing. Music is deeper than just notes on the page, but you already know this. Music is joy and love and desire and heartbreak. And in order to get to this level of meaning and expression in music, you need to know exactly how to practice to get beyond the notes. In the Casual to Confident Piano Player program, I work with you to know exactly how to break the piece down into small sections and practice it in a focused way so that you have a true understanding and connection to your piece. I teach you how to practice with effective and efficient methods so that you can play accurately and with emotion and expression. You learn to connect with the music beyond the notes in a way that is meaningful to you so that your music is a reflection of your deep inner self. When you learn how to do these things, then you become a beautiful piano player. Enrollment is open. Comment on this video if you'd like to join, or visit my website.